Alright, welcome to the channel, guys. This is a Mercedes, is a Sprinter. We're going to replace our Serpentine belt. So we're working on a 2014. It's a 2.2L. This is going to be a 4-cylinder. That's the model for the car is a 633 Sprinter. And then this is kind of unique because it has 9 pulleys on it. So that's what we're going to do work with today. So let's begin. So first thing first, we come down right over here. We pop up our hood. Once that is done, we can go in front right there, and then we can proceed. So when you come in front of the car, you can see we have like a minimal spot from the top. You see right here, there's a small space and all this stuff is on the way. So I'd like to show you guys how to replace this thing from below. So I'm going to go below the car, and then I'll show you from below how easy it is to replace it and pull it out. So what I recommend is just jack the car a little bit up, at least to give you more leverage. I find the space which is there before is a little bit small. Just make sure you jack it up, and then you put the stand so that you just protect your safety from right down there. So, all right, let's go below the car. So you just come below right here. So when you below the car is what you will see, and I like seeing from this angle right over here. So it's going to be our clutch, a fan clutch, and this is going to be our tensioner is just right over here, and you guys can see. Let me see if I can point it well for you guys. Tension is right over there. You guys can see with this thing right here. So it's right over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's our tensioner. So we use a number. So you're going to use a 17mm. Is a 12-point socket, just like this right here. So also let me show you from the top. That's where our serpentine that's where our tensioner is. I don't know if you guys can see right from right there. You can see it from the top. Let me point it just right over there. So if you have access from the top, you can do it, but I prefer using from below because there's a ton of space. So you get your 17mm 12-point socket, and then you do like you're opening this thing, like you're closing. Then you can put it all the way back in there. You guys can see it right over there. Lock it like that. So when you lock it all the way like that, and then you can open. I think you guys can see. As you open like that, this thing becomes loose. You can just remove it from right over here. So you take it like that, just let it loose. I take this thing out of the way. Yeah. Guys, so it's not enough clearance. I'll show you guys how this thing is out. So once you do that, you just remove it up. You come below the car, and you take out like that serpentine belt. I'll show you the routing diagram once this is over. So this one comes like that. This one comes from the top like that. Just pull it like that. The thing just pulls like that. It comes without a problem. Finally, it's out. So I'll show you guys what made this thing to look like this. So the reason why this one came out is you guys can see this thing it came off. I think something stripped it out. So normally when incidents like this happens, I always recommend you change the tensioner and the pulleys. But this customer said they just need only to replace the serpentine belt, which over time I know they might be back again because the root problem did not go away. So this is what I got. It's called a micro V, and that's the number. You can pause the video for a minute. Once that's done, we put this in. So you make sure you compare them together, make sure they're the same size. and then you can continue and put it in. After measuring it, they're all the same, and then I can put it in. So you just put right here. You can start from right over here. Once that goes over there, you can now arrange this one like this. So I'll show you guys the serpentine bed diagram once it goes all in, and then I'll show you when this last one goes inside. So I'd like to point out something with this diagram. With this engine, this is a Mercedes OM641. So the problem is this engine has 9 pulleys, and the standard OM has 8 or 7 pulleys. So I'm just gonna draw down a diagram to show you guys how this thing will look like. So let me finish up this thing from the top. I'll lay everything out, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. So the 9 pulley is just on top of this. It's like a water pump thing. It's going to be right on top here. So that one be so when you're installing, make sure you don't forget to install it right over here. I'll show you guys when this thing is in a diagram, then you can see how it looks like. Let me see if it shows from right over here. I don't know if you guys can see. If it shows it, I don't know, but I will tell you. So the last one is way above this right here. Let me see if you can zoom all the way. It's just above it right there. That's where the pulley is. Now once you're done like that, you pull it like that, and then you push it from way behind there. Let me see if this thing is visible from right over here. Is that pulley right over there? Yeah, you guys can see. Is that pulley right over there? And now you can arrange the rest. Pull it like that. And make sure. So this is finally what you'll see. You'll see from right over here. Is that idler pulley, and then there's the one right on top right there which I showed you. This thing like water pump, and then there's this the crankshaft, and then there's this pulley below the AC compressor. There's idler, and then there's the AC, and then there's the one on top. It's going to be right on top there, and then we have our serpentine belt, the tensioner, and then right there, and then everything arranges like that. And then you can just adjust them well before you just let it free, so that it doesn't snap again. Just make sure everything sits well from the top and all the way. Make sure everything sits all well. So when you come this way, it should be like that. You should be sitting well all the way in. Should be sitting well from there, from here too. Just make sure you organize it well, and then let it sit all the way like that, and then it should be good to go. Now we can run the car, make sure everything is running smooth, and then should be good to go. So this is how our routing diagram is. So if you start from right here, this is our alternator. This is where it started from, and then there's this idler pulley which goes below right here, and then there's another idler pulley on top. And then from there it goes to the power steering. It comes down to the AC compressor. There's another idler pulley below right here. There's a crankshaft pulley, and then right there there's a tensioner. That's the belt tension right there, and then lastly there is the water pump. So if you see the number is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is the one which has 9 pulleys. So the regular ones sometimes they have 8 pulley, and then the other which have 7, but this is the one which has more. So this is how it's supposed to be. So when you're routing it, just route like this, and then you should be good to go. All right. Thank you for watching the video, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Alright, bye bye.